morning. It is Tuesday, and Tuesday means Tuesday today. How are you doing today? I hope you are super terrific. I am talking today about the surprising effects of paying it forward. And we're going to talk a little bit of a challenge at the end of our video. But I want to talk about paying it forward and giving, because especially this time of year, we're starting to walk into, for many of us, we're starting to walk into the holiday season. And with the holiday season comes things like stress, high stress, comes things like anxiety and depression, and often isolation, loneliness, and sometimes just feeling really low. And all of those things are parts of wellness, and how you feel is part of your wellness. And so I wanted to offer today some information about giving and about paying it forward, and that there's some interesting physiological effects of giving that I think it's important that we know, talk about, and do. So let's dive in. So I read an article, and essentially what bounced out at me was the phrase, altruism is a miracle drug. Altruism is a miracle drug. Altruism is like selfless concern of others. And I was like, a miracle drug, right? And so I clicked on it, and I was reading about it, and it was talking about how the reaction of the physiological reaction of the system in response to altruism or in response to giving is profound. So let's talk about it. What happens in the body when you give is a few things. The first thing is there is an endorphin rush. So that's like a runner's high. Right? So that's like, woo, I feel really good. So right away you're happy. There's happy chemicals happening with endorphins. Good morning. The next thing that happens is twofold in the brain. Okay. So I'll talk about the first thing is that there's a release of oxytocin, and that's a hormone, and that hormone is kind of like it's an intimate hormone. It's a hormone that talks about, that gives you feelings of connection towards others. And once that hormone is released, that hormone has effects on your system for up to 2 hours after it's released. So after you give, after you pay it forward, that feeling of deep connection with humanity, that feeling of deep empathy for others can last up to 2 hours after you give. Whoa. So giving lights up kind of this front area in your brain. It's the anterior frontal cortex. And it also lights up this mid area in your brain that's kind of like, you know, when you see a baby or a puppy, it's that kind of, oh, that kind of feeling happens in that middle part of your brain. Kind of like a warm glow, that gloopy, that is the stuff that gets kicked off when you give. So not only are you excreting endorphins and oxytocin, but there's stuff actually happening in your brain that makes you just feel really good inside. So what's cool is next step is that feeling of when you give to someone is catching. And the person that you give to or pay it forward to receives the gift of your giving, and it makes them feel so good. And what happens is that then they, like a domino effect, will consider paying it forward to others. So the reason why I think this is important, especially this time of year, is for a couple of reasons. Obviously, one, it's a part of wellness. Feeling good is a part of wellness. But this time of year, using those gifts to pay it forward outward into other people, and then they're more likely to pay it forward outward into other people. And so your one random act of kindness may turn into multiple random acts of kindness. Beautiful, no? So I have a challenge coming up. And if you want to start, by gosh, start now. But I'm tying it into the week before Thanksgiving, because that's when I notice in my world, my clients, my people start to get kind of anxious and stressed out leading up into the holidays. And so for the 3 days prior to Thanksgiving, we are going to do a pay it forward challenge. And there's using the power of social media for good. And so if you would like to be involved and invited into the challenge and get the information about the challenge, what I need you to do is just put a heart in the comments below, and I will send you the information about the challenge. What I ask of you is to share and invite and spread the word about the challenge. Because I truly believe that we can be the one drop that causes the ripple, that causes the wave of good feelings. So that, my friends, is what I have for you today. I wish for you ease. I wish for you peace during this time, and I wish for you good feelings. And I'm excited about this opportunity to make the world a little bit better. Have a great day. See ya.